should call this silly 420 stream. What am I doing?
Yeah. The silliness stream.
The silliness stream. Hey. We're gonna have some real deep and heavy thoughts.
Real silliness thoughts.
It's gonna be pure silly thought. Oh, silly time. Oh, I should tweet this out. Hello, people. Oops.
Hello.
My silly ass is opening all sorts of programs by accident.
All of the programs.
It was like art program, editing program. The ones that take forever to open. It's amazing.
Yeah, it happens to me.
It happens to me too. Hey Orion.
Yeah.
Sent you a kissy.
You're gay! You're gay. It's illegal to be gay.
That's right, I forgot. I keep forgetting. I need to tweet this out. Sorry, hey stream.
Hello everyone.
Can I get a PogChamp Bungie boy?
You built like a PogChamp.
Yeah, you built like an Among Us.
Yeah. Yeah? Among Us.
Shit, there's two!
Yeah,
Wait.
and you saw me draw him!
I saw you draw, I thought you were outlining the first one.
You saw me draw both of them at the same time.
Oh,
Guys, they're
guess.
lying.
No.
They're a big liar moment.
I don't remember this.
Lord Bung canceled.
I don't remember this. You guys should sleep. It's not late for any of us.
It's like 9-something p.m. for me.
9 p.m.
And it's later for me than it is for Danny.
That's right. Genuinely confused. This is my first stream. Who's what wag and who's bung? I love you, bung. By the way, BYW got me into SCP a lot more. Yeah, I'm glad for the second part. And I'm bung, and that's my boyfriend.
Yeah, I'm a co-writer.
He's a co-writer on confinement. Dr. Bright, thank you for the $1. I appreciate it. You're still not gonna be on the show though. Happy 1 million, Mr. Bond. Thank you.
Wait, are you actually gay? Are you? Are you?
Am
Tell
I?
us.
No,
it's not gay because I'm heterosexual, so.
That's true, that's true. My boyfriend is heterosexual.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, heterosexuality.
Sorry about last stream, everyone. That one kept crashing, but now I've used technology to fix my computer so it doesn't overheat quite as much. I've put several pieces of Lego underneath my laptop so that it is elevated and not heating up underneath.
Yeah?
Yep. A
Are you part of the lesbians, gay, British transportation community? Maybe.
You what? You what?
You what?
We have to be British now, and also train conductors.
Yeah. No, it's true, I was there.
What's there? What's the stuffy you have? It looks super cute, says Jazzy Wubs.
It's Pumpudding!
Pumpudding. Look at him.
Yeah, I got it from Universal, because they had this thing where they cleared out the whole park, and they're like, University, here you go. And I was just like, hell yeah, because then now I can social distance and enjoy Universal.
Yeah. Ryan said heterosexuality pride.
Heterosexual proud.
Quickie. Brazil is cring, I have to say it. Don't say that, Guto. You're not cring at all.
Brazil is kind of cring, because they got that one motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm gonna do Trump but worse.
yeah. We have that in the Philippines too. So Maybe
Yeah.
Philippines is kind of cring right now.
Philippines, the state is cring, but the people there are not cring. Like,
Yeah.
for example, my friend Meryl.
Yeah.
Hi, Coffee!
My mom's kind of cring though, so that's one point against it again.
Some people are cring. There's always gonna be.
There's always gonna be cring. Don't do that. One time I did it and the laptop break the Legos.
You know, it's true. I was there.
I was there. I saw it happen.
Yeah.
No, it's not like a complicated tower holding my. It's just like a little stable feet for my laptop to be slightly on angle.
Wait, this revelation makes the entire series so much better. I can double recommend you guys to the fellow gays. The quest to make all my friends watch Containment continues on. Oh, you're gonna be so happy with the amount of trans people in the coming episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Transgenders everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The LGBTs. Hey.
Hey, welcome.
Both of us are LGBTs,
Mm-hmm.
specifically T's.
So whether you like it or not, gayness is just gonna end up in the show, you know.
Super gay.
The only difference is we're aware of it, and so we're just telling you in advance that, like, oh yeah, this shit's gonna get gay. Even if it was just like I keep this to myself, it's gonna get gay anyway. So.
Devin Vowlet says, "Bung, can I get a scream? I'll give you $100. If you cash at me $100, maybe we will. I will scream. I'll scream. I'll stand back there and I'll scream if you give me $100.
Yeah, I'll transfer you the 100 if they donate.
No, I have a cash app.
You're gonna put your cash app in there?
I have a post where, like, last night I was just like, always flexing
That's
on
right.
Autism Speaks.
That's right. Yeah,
And I was like, anyway, if you want to actually help a real autistic person, my cash app. Where is it?
Oh, Spartan Total, you don't have to be such a baby. Come on.
Wait, who's being a baby? I wasn't looking. I was looking at my cash app.
Don't ruin the show. You're gonna ruin the show. It's my favorite show.
Oh, you're gonna ruin the show with the gays?
Fucking Christ. You might have an idea of what you think a gay show is, but I guarantee you your idea is fucking stupid. I'm sorry.
All shows are gay.
All shows are gay. Whatever your idea of a gay show is, I don't know what you're thinking, but...
Oh, is your last name pronounced Velo? Well, French is kind of cringe, so
French is
I
kinda
think French is what does that. But
You're
also,
doing okay,
I'm just kidding.
Lubang. Thank you, Andy Fire.
Yeah, I support LGBT, liberty, guns, beer, and trucks. You think that gay people don't like all those things?
Oh, I love it.
I own a gun.
Yeah, motherfucker owns a gun. I love that one. The gay agenda in confinement. Yeah. Because think about it. Showing gay people in a certain light is always considered an agenda, and therefore makes it sound threatening. What exactly is threatening about me showing gay people in a positive light? Do you need them to be in a negative light? Is that what you need?
They're scared they will become gay.
Yeah. They're scared that
They're like, if I see a homo, then I'm gonna.
They're gonna bite me.
Absolutely.
It'll be like a
I'ma
vampire.
I'll serenade my boy Jimmy. I can't. I cannot be with another man. I will like it too much.
Yeah, I'll actually have a good time. I'll have a reason to leave my terrible marriage. So many homophobic people in this channel, it's weird. Why can't we just identify as what we want? Not a hard concept. I don't know.
It's really funny. Why are y'all homophobes following Danny? They've been explicitly and unapologetically bisexual the entire fucking time.
Yeah.
What did you think you were gonna get out of this?
They definitely... Most of the people don't know what I look like. Most of the people who watch Confinement don't know what I look like, I think.
I so cringe. Sorry. You continue what you're gonna say, and then I'm gonna read you the cringe, and then I'm gonna go off.
It's pretty cringe.
Okay.
What were you gonna read?
You welcomed the straights with the het relationship at the center of the show.
I did welcome the straights in that way.
No, you did not. I'm gonna hold it up.
Okay.
Just because a bisexual person is with somebody of the opposite gender doesn't mean that it's straight. It's not.
No, but the straights can project onto it easier.
Yeah, but like, just because they can project onto it doesn't mean it's straight.
No, I'm gonna give it to them. I was more of a coward at the time, and what I'm trying to do now is fix the show that my cowardice had stifled.
That's fair.
And so, you got me there. I'm sure that the first episode of Confinement dragged in a whole bunch of people that I didn't want. 4chan people, conservatives,
Yeah.
edgelords, trolls, homophobes. And right now, because I feel like I am at a point in my life where I can healthily look at, this enormous amount of trolling and hate and not be too devastated by it, I am confronting it and changing the show and making it what I want it to be now, rather than what I wanted my edgy audience to, what I thought my edgy audience wanted, you know what I mean?
Like, I just think it's really funny that, like, just people just don't think when they look at stuff.
No thinky. Not up there.
Like, I had somebody who was mad that we haven't uploaded in a while because it takes a long time to animate. In my TikTok, they not only did okay, basically I could tell what their mindset was. They went to your stream and they're like, I'm mad, no episode 8 yet because it's not finished. And then they went to the description. They clicked my link tree.
Yeah.
Because I'm the co-writer.
Yeah.
They went to my TikTok. They found my most recent video, and they're like, I'm not gonna watch this video of you literally thirsting after Kotakokahara. Killing harmony, and I'm going to type, well, on your phone, but I'm gonna pretend it's at the computer. Where is episode 8? And then I'm not going to look at your bio, even though it's the first thing I will see. And then I'm going to call you anti-Semitic things.
Yeah.
And then when you call me out for anti-Semitism, it's just because I'm German.
Yeah. That guy was weird.
And then I'm going to go to your link tree once again, which is going to prove my argument wrong, saying that I didn't see your bio, that I didn't know you were Jewish, because I literally have to do that to go back to your link tree.
Okay, well now you...
I'm going to join your Discord, and then call you other slurs in your DMs on Discord. And I'm like...
Yeah.
Like, I'm just sitting... I'm with my friends. I'm literally sitting at home, and, like, I'm just having dinner with my roommates, and I'm like...
He's still mad.
Is he still going? Does he have a hobby? Like, you didn't ruin my day.
Yeah.
You made me question how jobless people can be. Like, you don't have a job. You don't have literally anything better to do. I just think it's really, like, I remember it because it's funny.
Yeah, it was funny as fuck. I showed my mom your show and now she is hooked.
Oh, that's fun.
Nice. That's so cool. I actually have been told that in real life too, and that was weird. But somehow hearing it over here felt better than when I heard it in real life.
You're allowed to have hetero relationships in a story you're telling because they happen in real life, just like gay ones. No, only gay relationships happen in real life. There are no such things as heterosexuals.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Connor needs to know what it's like to be in a situation that he convinces himself to enjoy and accept, but isn't really him. And the facility is part of that. The way that he lives his life is part of that. His relationship with Natalie, Maybe part of that. Who knows?
And maybe Connor doesn't quite understand what it's like to be a man.
Yeah.
And he's just defaulting to what people have told him.
He's never lived an actual life, you know. This is all like this is all just one big funny stinky allegory for, I don't know, whatever trauma I'm trying to express subconsciously.
Somebody said, yeah, but we all simp for Gonta, don't we? I wish! I wish!
We all need
I
to.
wish that was the default. Motherfuckers will be like, I hate Gonta on my videos, and I'm like,
What the fuck?
how do you dislike Gonta? He's literally a sweetheart.
Could understand why
Who's
people
pretty,
say
like-
Kokichi, but
Yeah,
Fuck
like
Gonta.
Kokichi has like reasons for people to not like him. Like
Yeah.
for example, just like things that he does. He's mean, you know, like he's a liar, like things like that. Like I understand if people don't like Kokichi. Like I'm just like that's fair.
Fair.
I dislike Kokichi. That's why I love him.
yeah.
like the default, like if you apologize for Kokichi's actions instead of just contextualizing them, be like, yeah, no, like it's understandable why he did this, and that, but like it still wasn't great, kind of thing. Like liking Kokichi is very, very tricky. You have to want to crush him under your heel to like him properly. If you think that he's ooh sad gay baby, then fuck you. I hate you. I hate you. Gonta was a Chad. You are so right. Gonta was the best. He respects women. He what's it called? He is gay. He's a gentleman. He likes bugs. I love him.
He loves bugs.
But he's not stupid. People who call him stupid can feel my wrath. He's just autistic.
Yeah. He likes bugs. He's very knowledgeable on those little critters. He chooses
Yeah.
to express his intelligence that way. That's just how it funnels. Just like everybody else's intelligence.
Number one, really quickly, don't ever call transition the sex change surgery. Just say surgery, like bottom surgery or top surgery if you're talking about it. Because,
Sure.
like, it's kind of cringe.
Unless you're-
I know, like, you don't understand. I know you didn't mean it that way, but, like, it's just, like, it's outdated and it's kind of
It's
weird,
a very
you know?
outdated way of saying it. Sex reassignment surgery if you're a doctor and say it, but if you're a goddamn
Yeah,
pedestrian.
like, if you're just a regular person, yeah. Let's see.
I'm not
Somebody
trained.
said you missed the episode 8 release date. There was no release date.
What the fuck? When was the
That's
release
the
date?
point.
Oh my
There was no
God.
release date. That's why y'all are annoying when you say that. Because, like, it's coming. We have, see it on the screen? Right, like, right there.
Tap, tap, tap.
It's right there. Wait, it's wrong way. That way, haha. Wait, no, I was right. Whatever. I'm stupid as fuck.
No, you're not.
I'm stupid as fuck.
No, you're.
No, it's okay, I am. It's
No.
allowed. I'm allowed.
I kiss you. I kiss your head.
Mwah, I love you. Yeah, he's not stupid, he's just a savant. He's a literal scientist. Gonta's a
Yeah.
literal scientist. Also, like, the thing with being trans is you don't become trans, you realize that you're trans, you know?
Yeah.
You, like, realize that, oh, shit, I'm transgender.
You don't get to.
like,
You don't get to control.
transgender.
Yeah. You don't control all of the mechanisms inside of your body that ultimately influence the way that you express yourself. You know, unless you really, really fucking want to, and if you're a psychopath and you love hurting yourself, then, or if you really need to and you really have no other choice, you are simply lining up with the way that your body is developing, and therefore how it was always developing and how it will always develop. It takes an enormous amount of introspection to be able to do anything like that. it's not just a decision one day that'll become more convenient for the short term. I'm sure some people who have enormous impulse issues have probably done that, but I don't know. All the research papers I read, vast majority of them have made a good choice that they were happy with 30 plus years later.
Yeah, like, the amount of people who detransition is such a non-amount that, like, it's like a percentage of a percentage.
Yeah. We just gotta trust
Because,
that people know what they want, you know?
Yeah. And even then, a lot of people who, quote-unquote, detransition only do it because they either can't afford their hormones anymore, not because they don't want to, or because of societal stuff, like, around them. Like, they want to, but, like, because of the way that people treat them, they feel that their, like, life is in danger or something like that.
It's the weed day.
How long does it take to go through the trans process? It depends on the person. But usually if you're doing any kind of medical stuff, it takes a while, especially if you undergo any kind of surgery. It takes less time to get a nose job than it does to your gender, even though, like, you know, being trans is more of like a medical emergency, you know? Like, people are like, oh, you want to get a nose job? Sign the line here. But, like, if you're trans, like, hey, like straight up, it's gonna be easy. It was easier for my friend to get a breast reduction surgery than it will be for me to get top surgery, even though it's literally the exact same procedure, just for different reasons.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Completely political reasons. Hey, Taze.
Hi, Taze.
Being trans on Maine, yeah, we are.
Oh, of course. Connor transgender moments.
Mm-hmm.
I love him. My funky little
I control
MB.
the entirety of my expression. It's called being a shut-in. Nothing to express. Fair enough. If that's what you're... If that's
Do
what
not
you need
perceive
right
me ever.
Yeah, please. Please. 1 second. I'm just going to have more funny plan.
I tried smoking it once. It was a vape, and I nearly killed myself doing that. Okay, I don't really like the marijuana vape things because, like, it's like oil in there instead of like regular vape. Like, for legal reasons, only do it in states that allow that it's legal, and make sure that you're like the safest possible way is out of a bong. Because it's easier for your lungs.
That's what I did. I mean, I didn't do that. I didn't smoke weed.
Yeah.
It's only legal where you are.
Yeah, for legal reasons, I have to tell you.
Ethan Tour, hypothetically...
Edibles are also good.
Edibles are good. Hypothetically, Connor regenerates how he sees himself. So, I don't think it'll come to that.
Yeah, because, like, as you can see in the series, like, when he's a baby, he regenerates as a baby. But when he is like, he doesn't, like, regenerate to become a baby every time he dies. It's literally how he sees himself. He has the same haircut. He has the same, you know, body proportions. Like, he just, as he sees himself, he regenerates.
Yeah.
So if he does decide to transition of any kind, then
not necessary for the surgery. None of that.
Yeah. I was just saying if he did, for some bizarre reason, felt like, you know, I want to do this kind of surgery, then, you know, there you go.
Yeah, he'd come
back exactly that. If he gets a haircut, back like that.
Yeah.
As long as it's like how he sees himself. Like, he could get a haircut, and if he doesn't like it and he doesn't see himself like that, then he won't come back for the haircut.
Yeah. The point is that he has to have positive association with it, because everything that he is now is reinforced negative association because he doesn't like himself, and he's never been taught to like himself, and he's always been taught to listen to the facility and what their opinion on him. And even if it isn't necessarily malicious, it definitely isn't human. It's a very cold thing. And so he is the way he is. He's not trying to improve himself in any way. or express himself in any positive way, because he's reinforced by fear, you know? And so he's not even experiencing the full limitations of his powers, because he's a frightened little boy.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Taser, I wish I could get man juice that easy.
Damn. Bung is Australian, right? Yes, I am. But on a real note, is Connor Belkin or Eurasian? Erusian? Also
Eurasian,
but they
I
didn't.
think.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. That's the closest word. I don't know what Belkin is.
I know it, but I don't remember what it is.
Shit.
Connor is a fourth Inuit.
Yeah.
Connor's native.
Connor is a
and
quarter native.
something else. I don't remember if we decided.
No,
I think we decided that they were half Filipino at
no,
one point,
no,
but I don't remember.
We didn't.
No,
It was
I
just
don't
like
think we decided.
It was just like white
We're
or
just
something.
No, Connor, no, my beloved is not white.
His dad is white though. That's
His
the
dad is white.
that's
yeah,
the evil
but,
side. Metaphorical demon, white
yeah,
dad.
no, his dad is white, but
Yeah.
like his mom is not
No.
white.
Bro moment, who else high as fuck? Ayy.
Eh. Let's see.
Is it possible that Connor was
Is-
born with a birthmark on his back, never knew it was there, and regenerated every other time without it? See, that's a little complicated, because following that logic, then a baby who doesn't even acknowledge their own motor function, how would they regenerate when they died? It's probably more of a complicated ecosystem of energy that Connor is, you know. As a baby, it's more intuition, and as an adult, it's more his own logical perception of himself. And if his logic is structured around a toxic environment, then he's always going to come back exactly the same, because that's what he's been told to do. It's more convenient for the facility that he's the same, that he doesn't express himself.
Oh yeah, somebody brought it up in this past stream. We talked about how his dad's like Scottish.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah,
because
other
Connor.
reasons, yeah. But no, his mom is not half white.
No.
No. Like, Connor is only half white, not
No.
3/4 white.
Yeah.
We just haven't decided. We just know that Connor's just only half white.
Yeah. I really got captured by the Massachusetts State Guard. Damn, Cliff. We're all sure.
Also, wouldn't of his parents be evil if they just vaporized when their baby needed them? Well, his mom had
Oh wait, no, you know.
reasons.
Yeah.
Not gonna say what, but his mom had reasons.
Mm.
And his
It-
dad, other reasons.
We're not gonna
good
say.
reasons.
We're not gonna say whether the reasons were good or bad for the mom. That's.
Yeah.
That's. It's probably not gonna be that simple.
Yeah, it's not that simple.
The dad though is just unapologetically bad.
Yeah, no, unapologetically bad guy. Fuck
Yeah.
his dad. Actually, his dad sucks so bad.
Yeah.
Um,
We're not gonna.
but his
yeah,
we're not gonna like
that's it.
subject mom to whether they were good or bad reasons, because again she had her reasons. But we can for sure say that dad bad.
Dad bad.
Dad bad.
Half white pride.
Somebody asked if you had acrylics on.
Half white pride. Me when my dad pays for like Hungry Jack's or KFC or something. Just half white pride.
I hate you.
Bung, do you have acrylics on and did I just hallucinate? No, I paint them. Woo! Look at that.
Yeah.
Shiny.
Cute as fuck.
Shiny. I like the shirt too.
Yeah, it's cute. You're cute.
You're cute.
Hee hee. Haha. Woohoo.
Hoo-hoo.
I have to go to the bathroom, so.
No worries.
Pom Pudding. Pom Pudding is good. Wait, how do I get it so that you can see him?
You put him on the chair behind you.
This is evilness. No, because then you can't see him.
Oh, really?
Like,
Oh,
see?
shit.
You can't see him.
What the fuck? Pillow.
Evilness.
Pillow chair. Give him pillows to sit on. Alright, we'll just have to see his little beret. There he is. Oh my god, he's ready to stream.
You can see my messy ass. Okay, so he's streaming
Oh my
while
god,
I go
he's
to the
got
bathroom.
so many cans of Diet Coke on his table. Aw. He's a messy little man. Connor's got daddy issues, me too, bud. See, that's the thing. I try to... I can write dads, like, nice dads if I don't have to go too deep with the relationship. But, like, if I'm gonna write Connor's dad, I can only kind of have an understanding of a more of a kind of sad, miserable type of relationship. And I feel like if I try to write anything else, it just wouldn't be genuine, and there wouldn't be room for me to create if I have no feelings about this idea. You know what I mean? Who the character with the best abs? Dr. Fish. Just realized that I now come to Bung's channel more for streams and for Bung and Orion's personalities than I do confinement, and I'm fine with that. Confined with that, you might say. Thank you, Mason Vanderford. It's very sweet of you to say.
Ah, that's too high.
Hey, Gabriel. Hey, the bikini bottom press. I remember like months ago when people discussed political, philosophical things on stream, and now we're basically just vibing. We do both. We've been doing both
We
this
do
stream.
both, yeah.
So far. Why did you want to list your live streams? They're so that they're on a playlist. You can all watch them on a playlist. I just didn't want them to clutter away from the main videos that I do.
Yeah. And also so that like when people look at the their subscriber feed and they're like, oh wow, Bang uploaded. Oh, it's just a stream. Like it's like
Yeah. Tragedy of not knowing what having a supportive dad is like. Yeah, it's like it's important to me. So I feel like that would motivate me more to write a story about it than if I just decided like, okay, Connor had a supportive dad. Okay, what's that like? Like, and all of my references would be like from cheesy sitcoms and stuff.
Yeah.
And I won't be able to write it without unintentionally going through regression therapy and then bursting into tears because I'm like, I wish my dad did that.
Yeah, literally like us watching Steven Universe, like me and Connie's parents, like, damn, I wish my mom would do that.
Yeah, it hurts so much. Be right back, gonna talk to Dad about going to an LGBT walk. Yeah, what you walking to, dick?
I hate you.
Oh my god. It's okay to take your time at animating. A rushed animating is a bad animating. I appreciate that, Gabriel. Would you stay in the pocket dimension? That's a tricky one. That's a tricky question about 106. I feel like some more trippy interdimensional shit would happen in that case, because whenever Connor's introduced to interdimensional issues, it's not as if a regular human has to deal with it. It becomes more like it's the pinpoint of strength within the demon inside Connor has much more experience in navigating multiple dimensions than regular old Connor does. And so whenever he's thrusted into like the sword dimension, the silver people dimension in episode 5, he just simply would not go because the demon was built different.
He was simply built different.
Yeah. And so if Connor was pulled into 106's little pocket dimension, he simply will not go. He will just leave.
He's just like, I'm built different. I will simply leave.
Yeah, the demon, for whatever reason, and I'm not gonna, no spoilers, it clearly has a preference for this dimension, the physical dimension, the one that the one where we live, the one where most of the normal things live, and most SCPs usually have a relationship with another dimension, because we aren't able to explain it physically properly, which is why it's an anomaly and why it's getting locked up. So therefore it always has a relationship with another dimension that we humans have a hard time reaching.
Yeah.
So like a peanut butter jar that is just infinite peanut butter, that is another dimension because it doesn't follow our laws of physics.
Yeah.
Somebody who catches fire when they fart, that I'm afraid that is just another dimension.
Yeah, is that what you're immediately going to?
I'm thinking of literally any SCP I could think of right now, and the only explanation for them existing is that they have a relationship with an aspect of reality that we cannot have. And that pisses us off. Because we like to think we're in control of objective reality. We like to think we know how everything works. And there are so many people on the opposite end of the scale who are so obsessed with trying to break reality because they know it's bullshit. You know, and they're like, aliens, man, Area 51, let's storm that shit. It's the craziest shit.
Oh, you're bringing me back.
People are nutty, but I understand why, because they're like the polar opposites to everybody else who's like, this is the way it is, this system, this capitalism, you know, poverty, that's just has to happen because this is the way it is. And you just have to grow up and get into the real world, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, damn, you know, you realize you are the people creating the crazy people who are trying to raid Area 51. Like, it's just crazy people all over the place.
People went there.
People went there.
A Homestuck cosplayer went there. I remember that.
Just one? Just one?
I think it was 2.
Okay.
They were together.
Alright. Hell yeah.
This is, what's it called? You know who and Connor. For context, it's that one episode of The Office. It's just shows picture of weed. Just, do you know what this is? This is Northern Lights Cannabis Indica. And then Dwight just goes, no, it's marijuana. Can I say who it is? Can I say who it is?
Yeah, we've already tweeted about it, remember?
Introduce that. Yeah.
Apollo.
Okay, that's Apollo. Apollo's the one saying, that's Northern Lights Cannabis Indica.
Connor's like, no, it's marijuana. No, dude, that's weed. You're not fooling me.
You wouldn't know.
This is a kobold.
You haven't seen weed like I have. 420J.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's the other way around actually now, because like Connor's the bigger stoner. Everyone with me can go.
No, he's not. He just has like the anomaly one. He doesn't know what kind there are.
But the anomaly one is an anomaly because it's the best strain.
Oh no, it's the best strain, but he doesn't know what strain it is. He doesn't know anything
about
it. He just knows.
I think it might be that it's every strain somehow. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's an anomalous blunt. He doesn't know what it is. He doesn't know how to roll it. He doesn't know anything about it.
That's
he
true.
just knows. Damn.
Damn. Yeah.
That's all he knows.
That's all he knows. That's all he knows.
If he sees Apollo rolling a blunt, he'll be like, "What are you doing? Why are you licking it?"
It was like,
Apollo's like,
that's how it's made, huh? It's
like Apollo's just like, he's like, "What are you doing? Why are you licking the weed?" Apollo's like,
Connor did canonically try to eat his weed, like in that
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, no,
So
he did.
he sees Apollo licking the paper, and then Connor just eats the weed. It's like, all right, we're
He
doing
eats a
this
whole
now.
nog?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and it's like that's gonna hit in an hour.
yeah, no, not really.
Not really.
If you're supposed to, yeah.
There are ways that you can extract them. Like if you just dehumidify them, and then
Yeah,
eat
yeah.
them, then yeah, you'll get fucked up.
Yeah.
Remember me? I drew podcast for back in the day. Thank you, Narcosaurus, for that trip down memory lane. I came here to say hi to Kokichi. Howdy, says Matthews Grand. Anomalous blunt. No vor allowed in the Cobalt stream.
I know you just read it, but I came here to say hi to Kokichi. People thinking that my name is Kokichi.
You are Kokichi.
I'm not Asian though.
That's true, that's true. You're Snowkichi.
Like if it
Not Snowkichi! Oh god.
hurts me.
I'm sorry. A friend is questioning the gender, currently saying that whatever works. Should I keep referring to them with she, her as I have been, or use they, them because I could be forcing pronouns onto them? Just ask them.
Ask them.
Yeah. Don't worry about what rules you might have thinking in your head of how pronouns should work. Just ask them and then learn from what they say that it's obviously more complicated. Or more simple, depending on your attitude towards it.
What's that one Vine with the kid who has a bong and says, "Yeah, I can do it by myself this time," and he just blows all the bong water out of it? That's Connor. That's Connor. That's Connor. That's really
Yeah, because
Connor.
he's never used a bong.
Yeah.
Either way, don't do drugs, people. Uh-oh. Oops.
Oh, we got a narc in the chat. No, I'm kidding. If you don't like it, then you don't have to. But, like, you know, some people do it. And, like, as long as they're responsible, like I say, who cares, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I have an acting class in 6 hours. I'm not gonna smoke, like, an hour before, before I start traveling. That's not gonna be good. I have other responsibilities. But right now it's 4:20. Well, it's actually 4:21 for me.
Yeah, but I'm where things matter.
world
only.
happens.
And so
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
where anything that happens where I am is when it matters. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No,
I'm
it's
kidding.
true.
I'm kidding.
No, it's unfortunately true, and so that is why
Yeah.
I'm doing it. I'm doing this now. But to be fair, doing 420 a day late is the most 420 thing. Like-
Yeah, true though. True. I've got nothing done. I've gotten nothing done today. I will after stream because I'll have to present it to my class. But like,
Wait, what was that? Did you
I
say?
was like,
Did you say no? I mean, did you say you were gonna leave the stream soon?
no. I said after stream, you goober.
Oh, okay. What are you doing after stream?
I'm doing my PowerPoint for my final project. I'm just gonna upload some images and just move shit around.
Okay,
Make it look like I've done more work than I have because I haven't done like any work.
bro.
But to be fair, on Monday I had to do my hair, and that takes a while. And then today was 420. So
Mhm.
like, are they really expecting much out of us? We're art students.
It's fucked up but true.
And then tomorrow. I'm gonna get shit done.
Australia doesn't exist, so it's just 4:20. You're right. You're right. Default time is America. On a side note, does anyone ever dig in their ear with a cotton swab and get the urge to cough, like a tickle in the back of the throat? Am I dying? No.
Yes, you're dying.
That makes sense. The ear, nose, and throat are all part of the, like, connected to the same system. I don't know that you should be going too deep with a cotton swab because you end up, if you keep doing that, you get dry ears, and so it's more susceptible to itching and skin getting fucked up. You kind of just have to let the wax do its thing, as gross as it is. Just clean it a little bit, you know? Don't absolutely demolish that ear canal.
Somebody just said you're weird.
Yeah, I've been doing a thing where whenever there's a mean comment, I laugh at it, but I don't at all address it.
Care. Well, I just thought that was funny because it just reminded me of
No,
that
you're
one
weird
thing,
is
like,
funny.
You're not built different. You're not built different. You just different.
You just
You're
different.
weird.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I was at a bus stop the other day, and this very little Aboriginal kid was like, are you a girl or a boy? I'm like, and he's like, you're weird.
He's just chilling.
Yeah.
He just wrecked your entire world.
Mhm.
You are dead now.
But then we kind of ended up very smoothly kind of coming to the same point, because he started getting he started talking about how poorly Aboriginals are treated and the stories that people tell about them, and conflating it with stories that he heard about people like me, whatever I am. And it was really sweet.
That is sweet.
And it was like, yeah. Australia is ruled by emus. Drop bears are actually eco-terrorists who are pissed at people cutting trees down. That's true. That is true.
I was there.
I was there. What music does Connor listen to?
Evil music.
Whatever the shitty... yeah, the fucking... whatever, like, the shitty music they play over the radio tends to be. It's probably it. Like, just old-ass prison music. I don't know. Do they play music at prison?
Weezer.
Probably not.
Weezer.
Weezer?
He listens to Weezer.
He listens to Weezer? I haven't listened to Weezer, so I can't say anything.
Don't. It's bad.
Okay.
You know that one, that song? That's Weezer.
No. Eh?
Wow. I wish that were me. That
What do you...
I wish I were you. I wish I had your ignorance. Ignorance is bliss, guys.
It is.
Ignorance is bliss.
It is, I guess. But now that I don't know, my curiosity is like driving me to it.
You know that one? I'm sure you've heard it before.
Maybe.
Damn.
Maybe. Oh. Ignorance isn't bliss in this case, because now I'm too curious. Just gotta fire up damn trees. You know we're doing it. I'm assuming you're on Eastern time. Not me.
I am.
Elevator music, yeah. That's Connor's fucking favorite. He's in an elevator and he's just like...
He's like, this song is my song.
Slaps. This, what is it? What is elevator music called? There's a name for it. Muzak. Muzak. It's like, this is my favorite, my top 10 Muzak albums. It's just the most tame... Bing bong beep music.
It's all just royalty free.
Yeah, and then fucking Apollo takes him to a rave and his head explodes.
He like dies. He like he steps anywhere like within 400 feet
Yeah.
of the stage, and he
Yeah.
just combusts.
Like an EDM concert.
No, Apollo does not like EDM. I'm sorry.
What?
I have to.
Alright.
I have to draw a line in the sand somewhere,
Alright,
and
fair
this
enough.
is it. He doesn't like EDM.
Can we have Piero like EDM?
Yeah, he's allowed.
He's allowed.
I don't think they know who Piero is.
Oh, yeah. Never mind, forget that, audience.
What? You're gonna just leave them with that?
Nice nails, gay boy.
That's how I say it, though. That's how I say it.
Mm-hmm.
I like nice nails, gay boy. Like, I can't tell if it's being homophobic to be homophobic or if they're homophobic because you're gay.
Yeah. You can never know now.
Like, my favorite fucking... That's one of the beautiful things about the internet sometimes. Is just, like, when you can't tell, you can just assume that they're just gay.
Yeah. Just literally curate your reality so that it's the most enjoyable for yourself. So I read a hate comment, and even if they mean it, it's still funny. You know?
Yeah, it's funny.
Doesn't matter.
No, like, cause like it's really hard to write a comment that actually like gets me upset, like a hate comment to get me upset.
Yeah.
Like, even like that guy that went into my Discord to call me slurs, I was like, damn. I like it not because it hurt, because it was like,
Yeah.
are you out of like insults? Like, you have to come up with a real creative and specific insult for me to
Yeah.
get insulted.
These are just trying too
like,
hard.
Yeah, like it's like bottom of the barrel. Calling me a slur is just really, guys.
It's too easy.
I thought we were more creative. You were going for low-hanging fruit, you know?
Yeah. Hey, this isn't Family Guy Best Brian Dog compilation. Sorry, bro. It's Family Guy
Sorry.
Best Stewie compilation.
SMH.
Excuse me. I'm using the bathroom at the same time as one of, if not half of the viewers of this stream. It's like we're on the party together in a way. I agree.
I'm glad.
Thank you, Curtis, for the $2 Canadian. And thank you, Cobalt Dumb, for the $5.
Yeah. No one should call Orion slurs. We love you. Thank you. You're allowed to call me very specific slurs if you are my friend, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to put that line in the sand because sometimes it's funny.
It's true.
Only slurs you can reclaim. Only slurs you
Yeah.
can reclaim.
Well, yeah, when you get closer to a person, the rules become more complicated, but more fun and interesting and fulfilling. You know?
Yeah.
It makes sense. If you're a stranger, there are broad rules. Don't be a dick. Don't ever be like shitty. You know, don't use slurs on a stranger. These are like big obvious rules. Ugh. I think how complicated the rules get is super interesting.
Yeah, the way to figure out if you're at the slur level of my friendship is if I send you internet posts.
Yeah?
Yeah. If I send you internet posts like this about to be us and it's like a picture of mayonnaise on top of ketchup or something.
Yeah.
or like it's like two cats or like and one of them just slaps the shit out of the other one. I'm like, this is us. Like, that's how you know. Or like I call you a lot, or you know, just like those are like the little things that let you know that, like, it is, you're in the slur zone.
You're in the slur zone.
Okay, no. One time, somebody on Tumblr, sent me, like, called me, like, 3 different slurs, over, shipping, and it was really funny. So I said, welcome to the slur zone, basically.
Wow.
I sent, like, heart eye emojis as well. It was very good.
Stewart, baby.
Please don't call it the slur zone.
Yo, Tay's nice. Do it. Give back to the community, make friends, do some good. About to get slurred. About to get slimed.
I'm about to get slimed.
I'm gonna look respectfully. Aw. Hey Orion. You're handsome. And I love you.
Thank you. See, this is what we call being absolutely adorable. You know?
Yeah. I agree. I agree.
It's a practiced action.
Mm-hmm.
Do not attempt it unless you have the proper training.
with an adult by your side.
You need a license.
Yeah, literally. I could be like doing literally anything, and Orion can just be like. I'm like, okay.
That's me if I wanna. If I want, I'm like, can we read Homestuck?
Yeah. It's literally like the Puss in Boots joke, right? With the,
Yeah,
he does
it's
the
just
big
like
eyes.
my boyfriend asking if we can read Homestuck compilation 69 420 413. Gone sexual.
Disgusting. Oh my god. Oh my god, I am very high.
High, very high. I'm Orion.
Yeah? I can't even do that, my nails are too long.
I think you're gay.
I think you're a raging homosexual, and I think
No, I'm very heterosexual.
I'm gonna compress you into a marble and then put you in my
Like
pocket.
Janet.
Like Janet.
Just like Janet.
And
yeah.
then you'll be in my pocket, and you'll be a marble, and that's it.
That's it. That's the end of it.
That's it. I don't know. I might undo it later when I'm.
I'd give it 7 out of 10. The character arcs were pretty standard.
You're a goofball. You're a little goober.
I am. Good night, Taser. Stay safe. Don't die.
Yeah. Stay safe. Be careful. Look both ways.
Yeah. Skate fast and eat ass. It's true.
It's true.
It's true.
Yeah, Mason. What you experienced even before you figured out your sexuality was still homophobic, because homophobia is not strictly directly bullying gay people. It's the general culture that has children believing that it is okay and fine and acceptable or necessary to be hateful towards men who aren't manly enough or don't fit a certain idea of a man or a woman. So yeah, you ended up in the crossfire of that even before you figured it all out. That's crazy, and it's good that you noticed that. Thank you for the $5, Neon. I appreciate that.
What's up? Not much. Nothing much.
Nothing
just chilling.
much. Vibing.
Be rootin', be tootin', but most of all, be kind. What? It's good advice.
That's really cute.
Yeah, it's from Tumblr.
Aww. Greeting from Satin humans. Sniff? Yeah.
Sniffs you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna sniff you.
Don't do it. Please.
No, I did. I already did it.
You already did it? That's true, I was there.
Yeah, I was there.
Alright, see you, Kimberly Bogut. You have a wonderful morning, evening on
Like
that.
yogurt.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I should read more names and you could be like something that rhymes with it.
I think your mom gay, you feel me?
Cassandra Sullivan. Yes, that is the quote. Yes, they found it.
kind of music y'all into? The good kind.
I
I've been
don't-
listening to
don't
the
listen to
song
bad
Suddenly
music.
Seymour a lot.
Yeah.
From Little Shop of Horrors. That's such a good musical. The music is so good in that one.
Seymour Books.
Even the movie was pretty good. It changes how the actual play ends, but it's not bad at all. I like it.
I'm a musical theater major, and that's too girly to a lot of people. And yeah, but I mean, you're allowed to be. You're allowed to be girly, whatever that means. Yeah, I do feel you on the people, on the judgment. I got absolutely destroyed by a 7-year-old kid on the side of a street last night. But there have also
GNC
been less fun ones.
GNC person gets wrecked by local 7-year-olds with facts and logic, not clickbait.
Not clickbait.
Gone wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, really quickly, please don't mention Hitler. I know you're making funny haha, but like, I'm Jewish and it's not very tactful to do that.
Yeah, it's also just kind of, what jokes do we still need to make about him that
Yeah.
I don't know. We can compare things that are happening right now, I guess, if that's what you want to do, but that's going to be more introspective than you just trying to make a haha using edgy humor.
Yeah. Do you listen to Will Wood? No, but I have been told that I should.
Oh, I thought you were going to make a joke using his name.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you want to touch my Will Wood? Anyway.
I was thinking like, yeah, I will put my wood into your dad or something.
Well, I will. That's not wrong. So.
It's not wrong. I need motivation to do my homework assignment. I'm 3D modeling a character. It's not bad, but it's homework, which makes me not want to do it, so words of encouragement are wanted. You can fucking do it, Sammy!
I'm proud of you. You can do it.
I believe in you. You have so much power, and
Oof.
you know how to do it. You just think but don't think. You just do it. You are in control of your destiny and your reality. You get to live in this version of events in which you do it instead of the version which you don't. And then you could be like, damn, I did it, and I made that choice. This was me who did it.
Like, I completely understand that feeling though, because again, after stream I have to do some homework. So, you know, because I've been pushing it off. But to be fair, it is 420 and the Derek Chauvin trial came to an end.
Mhm.
So I was scared about that too.
It's
yeah.
time to celebrate.
I'm very happy with the results of that. But the fact that somebody who was murdered on in front of billions, the fact that his murderer got the guilty thing, that's like below the bar, you know?
Yeah,
it's the bare minimum.
It's quite a while. Oh, no worries, Max J. Now you know. Would you consider yourself professionally not straight? Yeah, I would say I'm committed to not hiding myself right now. So yes.
I signed the contract.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hello, Gremlin 50. Just wanted to ask, what's your current schedule and your planned projects? Big fan here. Thank you, Dita Freeze. Well, I work 5 days a week, 4 hours a day. Currently, I'm mostly drawing backgrounds that are going to be used in confinement because they're the simplest thing to do right now. And so I'm just going to keep doing that and escalate in complexity through all of the layers of the process of making the show, like the animation, storyboards, and character development. I'm sad and tired. My body has decided it does not want to sleep tonight. That happens sometimes. I feel it'd be
Yeah, I
rough.
feel that.
It'd be rough out there. Well, you can stay here as long as you need until you feel like going to sleep.
Yeah.
Hey Bung, do Australians and by extension spell out flavor or flavor with a U? You know what? I actually don't know that one.
Did you know the reason why they stopped, like, people in America stopped using the U's in those words is because it was cheaper to print it that way?
Really?
Yeah.
It was literally
'Cause
like.
we're cheapos.
Wow, that's so funny. Actually, it was abbreviation.
Yeah, that is really funny. Yeah.
Okay. No. In Australia, we're supposed to be spelling it with the U, but I didn't know that. Man, dog, your forehead is massive. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's where we keep all the brains, where we keep all the ideas.
Yeah, look at that egg. My God.
We're talking about Goblar. We love Goblar.
Literally go.
We stand Goblar.
Sad and tired gang. We could just be tired.
Goblar.
Yeah, you ain't wrong, Cheesy Z. That's how comfortable people are with the current system. It's almost like everybody is in this enormous abusive relationship with a system that they are just continuing because their parents were continuing it and their parents were continuing it. And there are people who think that they're gonna somehow get better and benefit from this system. And then there are people who know that it is a flawed system that is rooted in white supremacy and bigotry and oppression and fascism. And seeing people's reaction to it, because we're all a part of it, you know, as much as I'm talking about it as if I'm not a part of it, we're all so deeply a part of this system. And there are so many people who just lose their minds from the intensity of this truth. And it's terrifying. Have you gotten class-spected
yet? I have. I am the Rogue of Light. I have not decided what Danny is. I have a feeling they might be a, what's it called? I have a feeling they might be a mind player, but I could be very wrong.
A mind player.
Yeah. Are you a woman? I'm not. Would you like to be, Danny?
I don't know. I'm still in the they-them camp right now. I want to see how... I'm still experimenting. Anybody else want to join me in rejecting society and reverting to monkey? If that's what it has to be for some people, but I think because of our population right now, we can't just go straight into tribalism because we've kind of outgrown how humans have naturally spread on Earth. And so what we do need is fully automated luxury gay space communism. You know?
Yeah.
Well, we have to have a system that is based on morals and not based on just repeating what we've been doing over and over again with only superficial changes.
Dude, I am a Knight of Doom. Pain. Oh, God.
What does that mean?
Solixander. Solix Captor Kinney. You. Not you, Danny. Pointing at Kay. Yeah.
1 second. I'll be right back.
Problem is, what's the red dot in the vent during the elevator scene? I wonder what it is. It may or may not be important. Space commies! You know? Let's see. How do you feel about Sonic the Hedgehog? He's cool. I remember playing Sonic games on Game Fudge, but I wasn't like super into Sonic. How already found out your class back. Well, I took the official test on trying to figure out your true whatever zodiac thingy that they have for Homestuck. On the Hypeswap website to find out my true sign. I was Aquapia. And then after that, I took a class quiz from like Quotev. There's like this one that's really long and it's really good. That's what I did. Excuse me. This question for specifically Orion. I know that you and Bung both use he, they, but Bung has also said they prefer they, them in general. Which pronoun do I? I prefer he. Danny prefers they. Like, you can use they, but I prefer if you use he, if that makes sense. And Danny's like, if you can use he, but they prefer they. Solix Kinney, derogatory. Cool hair, Ryan. I like the color. Thank you. It actually glows in UV light. I have some over there, but I don't feel like getting up. Yeah, it glows in, like, you know, in black light. Bass Pro Shop. Women want me. Fish, fear me. Human or monkey? Monkey.
Monkey.
Hey, can you guys do another Minecraft stream together? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. We're just gonna be a silly weed stream for this one, for the international holiday and the birthday of one of my favorite podcast comedians, Duncan Trussell.
Isn't it also Bakugo's birthday today?
Is it?
I don't know. Maybe.
But I was losing it watching the Midnight Gospel because, like, when he was talking to his mom, she, you know, like, just in the recording of the podcast, just in passing, mentioned, like, yeah, your birthday on April 20th. And it's like, Duncan Trussell is the biggest fucking stoner on the planet. And it's just like, this is real. This wasn't even, like, a bit, or, like, he legally changed his birthday, if you could even do that.
So... I want to read this comment because this is really funny. This shows you the kind of level that conservatives are existing on.
Oh boy.
So not only are you gay, but you also have made up pronouns? Awesome!
Made up pronouns.
Do you think that I made up the pronoun he?
Or they.
I made up the word? No, it's true. I went back in time and I made it up.
I did it. I
Yeah,
introduced
no.
it. All words are made up, dipshit.
But no, the implication
Yeah.
that I made them up is really fucking funny to me.
Yeah.
Like, I just hopped in my little time machine. I got into my little TARDIS for all
Mhm.
of you guys who like Doctor Who still.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, guys, we're making up the English language, right? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, what
They're
about?
like, yeah.
And then I'm like, we should have, when we're talking about somebody, use the pronoun he.
They're like, whoa! You see a guy
They're
frantically.
like, what's a pronoun?
They frantically scrub out like mleb or blumb or some other word that they were coming up with.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Globar. That was the first pronoun.
No. A lot of people don't realize that pre-Westernization of the world, most people did not have this idea of pronoun, like male, female, strictly monogamous, strictly this. It was different, and we think that because we inherited this one, then we have to stay in this one. It's not. Other people do it all the time. It's insanely normal. They have more complicated ideas of gender and how it's involved with themselves, their identity, their psychology, their spirituality, you know? And it's not so strict. They don't try to ignore this truth in people.
Gobler self. Actually, Cardamy?
Oh no.
Neo pronouns gay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm not making fun of neopronouns because they're so cool.
Yeah.
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 Like, I just think that people who just like who come up with the stupidest fuck neopronouns are like the coolest people ever.
Actually, Latin-based language, agenda-based. I did say Western, didn't I?
Yeah.
But not just the language. I'm sure the language affects the culture, because that's how powerful language is. But the culture is in the West is adamant about it being a strict industrial family unit, a nuclear family. You know, heterosexual, cisgendered, nuclear family. What I'm saying is that it's possible to live differently. It's not it's not absolute chaos and terror and communism and terrorism. It's just, you know.
Joka, do you think that trans people only exist in the United States?
For real.
And also, saying that you come from a socialist country, no country in the not even like no country in the world is socialist.
No.
Just so you know.
It
They're
doesn't
all
work
mixed economies, and they're mostly capitalistic.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Like the Chinese Communist
They're
Party.
state capitalist.
Yeah.
They're state capitalists. They're not communists at all.
Yeah. They will have some communist programs in there to keep the illusion that these benefits are thanks to us, the state, but every state does that. Every state does that
Yeah.
and says, well, thank us, because under freedom or under liberty or under communism or under whatever buzzword they're using to make you feel like you have more freedom than you do. But in reality, we don't live in a world like that. The freest people are like the indigenous people who have their land. And there's very few of them.
Really. Yeah, like, it's just like all economies are mixed economies to a point. You can't, like, no country exists exclusively on one axis or another.
Yeah.
And if you actually knew anything about economies, you would know that.
Yeah.
But you know, you also don't know anything about language in general. Or just anything that you don't like. So, you know.
Yeah.
From former Yugoslavia, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. But I'm just saying, just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it's necessarily bad. Like, maybe talk to some trans people. Maybe learn a little bit about them. Maybe, you know, befriend a couple, play some video games. Who doesn't love video games? It's not that hard to be nice to people.
Yeah.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, you're also mean, though. you even it
Yeah,
out.
but like, because... Okay, listen, I have a Scorpio moon sign. You have to leave me alone.
Mhm.
I have Scorpio in my chart, okay? I have so much water sign in my chart. You need to leave me alone.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Joaquin. That's it. Time for anarchy. It is. Anarchy is a tool that you can use towards communism or total complete anarchy. Either way, it's not gonna be any less destructive than how things are now. So, go ahead. Do whatever.
You have a lover? Yeah.
I love the wording. You have a lover?
Just fuck.
It's so dramatic. What are your favorite Minecraft mobs?
I like what's it called? I think the spiders are kind of funky.
Spiders are fun.
I also like the little fish, and I like dolphins, and I like the bears. They're funny.
I like.
Oh, and the bees! I love the bees.
Oh, the bees are good, but my favorite ones are like modded ones, like the dinosaurs. I miss the dinosaurs. Miss the dinosaurs.
Dinosaur. They're not a mob in Minecraft, by the way.
Oh. Lord Bong, because it's 420. Yeah. People are just saying jazz in all caps. That is the music that's playing. Let's all live in a socialist commune inside Bass Pro Pyramids.
No, we weren't making fun of you, Jeremy. We just thought out of context it was funny.
Jeremy. Dude. And it's not like people keep talking about communism and capitalism as if there were these things that were just like invented by a thinker and is an ideology that is forced onto the world. It's more like these are observations of what like Marx's observation of factory workers is that when things became more pyramid-y, the workers would unionize and rise up, and he noticed that on a grander scale, that's what countries do all the time, and empires. And so all he did was predict when these were going to happen around the world, and he basically got them right. And it's like...
Okay. Here's how I know somebody doesn't know what communism is. Communism is not realistic as it assumes that the government will always do what is right for the people without needing checks and balances by the people. You don't know what communism is because communism fundamentally doesn't quite like a state in general. Like, communism is when the workers own the means of production, not the government, the workers.
Yeah.
Like, that's the fundamental difference because the state is different from the workers.
Yeah. Like, you are coming at it from this assumption because you were raised and therefore indoctrinated in capitalism. You have this assumption that there needs to be a centralized power that everybody has to bow down to, and the only way that there is order is because there is a mutual fear of a greater power, and we have to love them and fear them. And that comes from our very long Western history of having kings and monarchs. We with
like hierarchies in general.
Yeah, just like really strict fear-based, like I have all the food, so therefore I'm in charge of the society because I have a knife to your throat and I have all the resources. And so it's just a deep, deep subjugation feeling. That's why religion the way it is in the West, it is because of this culture. We look at the universe as if either God is in charge and he's telling us what to do and we have to obey him because he is our father and we have to be grateful for him, or fear him. Or you have hardcore materialists and atheists who approach it the same way but using the laws of physics in a way where it's almost like commandments rather than just the way the universe runs. And we think this is a normal way of thinking.
Okay, y'all don't quite... Okay, all of y'all have never actually read anything about communism and socialism because y'all aren't getting it. Communism has never been achieved in the world ever. China isn't communist. They are state capitalist.
Yeah.
The workers don't own shit because the government owns shit. And the government is exclusively decided by the people who are already in charge of the government.
Yeah. Yeah, people...
Just because something says that it's communist doesn't make it communist. The Soviet Union was not communist. Communism is not when no iPhone 2. Communism has not existed in the world ever.
Yeah.
That's what the problem is. People say it doesn't work in practice. It's never been put into practice.
Yeah. You see, people
please read. I'm begging you guys to read.
Pick up a book.
And also, people who defend the Soviet Union and China are not communists. They say that they are. They're not. They're fascists.
They're tankies. They're just like aesthetically Soviet fascists.
They are literally just fascists who, instead of worshiping Hitler, they worship Stalin.
Yeah.
There's a it's literally there's no difference between them and fascists.
It's really interesting though that like people here are trying to approach this with the lens of capitalism. They're like, how do you make it work in capitalism? It's like tear it away. It doesn't.
That's the problem, because when people are only looking for profit motive, then they're not going to give the workers anything, even though it would boost productivity and the profit if you gave it to the workers who work into it, you know?
Yeah.
like just straight up, people have never read theory and it shows. Like you can tell somebody has never read. And, like, I've read theory, I've read capitalist theory, and I've read communist theory, and I've read socialist theory, I've read anarchist theory. That's how I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When people just say, well, communism doesn't take into account greed, you've never read anything about communism. Because if communism was a thing, greed obviously would be accounted for, because the people who are being greedy would only make up a certain amount of the vote. If you don't get most of the people to vote on something, then the greed can't happen. Obviously,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not without problems. Every system has its problems.
Yeah.
But the issue is people are forgetting, well, Marx thought, like, not everything is about specifically Marx. There's more than one person who thought about this shit.
Yeah. People, it's the way communism, just the acknowledgement that communism is almost like death of the hierarchy. Humans build a hierarchy and then it gets destroyed by a series of motions that you can call a movement towards communism, but communism has never been achieved. So like whenever there's a strike or a riot or a unionization or anything that goes against the constant expansion of capitalism, you could say that that was a communist moment. But there is no end goal. It is just a motion. In the same way capitalism is a motion towards expansion and corruption and fascism, communism is the counter to that. It's just, it's we do it every day with little things, but when people see a riot or a protest, they're like, that's too much. Oh, that's shaking me
Saying
up.
that you don't fundamentally know what you're talking about isn't gatekeeping. It's just pointing out the fact that you said something that was incorrect.
Yeah.
Like, I can talk to people who can, like, because I'm not like a communist. I'm a market socialist. But like, when people say something like, actually, when they did communism last time, it was bad. They didn't do communism. That's the fundamental point.
Yeah.
They didn't even try it. They did vanguardism. Like, y'all motherfuckers looked at Steven Crowder. Like Kay said, Steven Crowder stands in the chat. Y'all just looked at, like, the Red Scare version of communism. And, like, that's what that is. Communism is when no Ivan Venezuela. Like, I don't have, just, like, my whole thing is I just want people to have the basic necessities, that not to be a market, like water, housing, healthcare, all the, like, non-elastic markets. I want that to be covered by, and for, what's it called? And for, you know, if you produce a certain amount of labor, you get paid for that.
Yeah.
For that labor and everything that it makes, you know? Like, I just want people to be treated correctly.
Yeah, like,
and
theories
then if you want to
aside,
make iPhone, go for it.
theories aside, all we're asking for is for kindness and peace and unity and respect. And so many people are so disgusted by the idea of even attempting to make the world better that they will shut you down, trying to use whatever it is they can. And obviously what we've seen tonight has been a lot of misinformation.
Yeah, like, my whole thing is, like, read multiple, like, books, sources. Don't just look at your side of the aisle, obviously. I've read a whole bunch of stuff on, like, you know, how capitalists think and things like. I've read a bunch of stuff from people who are capitalists. I've read a lot of things of people who feel one way. I've read a lot of things of the other. But the thing is, I take what they're saying and I pick apart it. I critically think about it. If I agree with it, I add it to my worldview. If I fundamentally disagree, I say no, I don't. And then I look at the what's it called, the data as is. I look at statistics, I look at studies, I look at everything as a total, and then I derive my worldview from that. We can disagree on that, but as long as, like, you're willing to actively, consistently re-educate yourself about certain things, and just like educate yourself about different worldviews, then I'll talk to you. If you just want to say communism is when no iPhone Venezuela, like, there's nothing that I can tell you that straight up that will ever change your mind, because you don't want to have your mind change.
you literally just want to own the libs. But the thing
Yeah.
is, I'm not a liberal, you know?
Yeah, neither. And also just this assumption that people are naturally shitty and bad. I don't necessarily trust people whose baseline assumption of humanity is that if we all had equality, people would just all be like terrible monsters and like murderers. You know, that
Yeah.
if we didn't have police, that somehow we'd become evil.
Well, I think that we should have community policing so
Yeah.
that like people who know each other are the ones handling all of that.
Yeah.
So like you know, just if somebody's breaking the law or like having a disagreement, everyone in the community comes together so that like, you know, you can parse out. Because if you have some rando from like, what's it called, from, you know, 2 cities over, then they're not gonna like understand the various ways that people are coming from, you know?
Yeah.
Like they're not gonna understand that this homeless man was only sleeping out here because he doesn't have a home, and it's like he accidentally knocked the glass over, and you know he just has a lot going on. They just know that the glass was knocked over and it broke and he can't pay for it, you know. So like just things like that can happen, or like you know, a disagreement, like you're building stuff on my lawn but I thought it was my lawn, or just like little things like that.
Yeah.
Like it's just because everything in the world is like gray, you know? Like there are some things that are more black than white, some things that are more white than black, you know, things like that. But you know, everything is gray. You gotta look at it from all sides. You gotta like, you know, you gotta be able.
You gotta communicate with people. This
Yeah.
enormous amount of distrust that people have. You could be living in a town of total strangers, and thousands of years ago that would be fucking unimaginable. You know? Literally for thousands and thousands of years, longer than any empire we've ever created, longer than any social system we've ever created, we've always lived with people we knew. That's how we evolved. That's how we thrived the best. And now we're all with strangers, and now we all don't trust each other, and we have no reason to try and actively make friends with one another, and we use that as an excuse to be hostile to one another. You know, it's about
See,
community.
this is how this is how I know that you're not coming from this from a good faith. You put the USSR, China, and what's it called, Venezuela, all in the same thing, as if one,
Who's
any
you?
of those are comparable to each other. 2, we didn't literally, like the CIA didn't literally install puppet dictators into a lot of them. And 3, you put Poland. I'm from Poland. I know that the reason why it was quote unquote communist is because it was annexed by Russia. It was not communist. It was state capitalist, and it was an authoritarian state. And also, you put North Korea in there. North Korea is capitalist.
Yeah.
It's explicitly capitalist. It's an authoritarian state.
Yeah.
You obviously know nothing about history, and you don't want to actually learn. You just want to dunk on the libs.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's a little sad. It's really, really sad. Because,
Yeah.
like, you don't even want to educate yourself.
You could
on
be
the
learning
differences
so much,
between these.
but it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to you, so you're lashing out. Whoever it is that's lashing out. I don't want people to think that it looks like we're arguing somehow. We're just saying you, whoever it is out there.
And also, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed. Because, like, again, like, I'm not mad. Like, I'm going to end this stream and not think about you again.
Yeah.
Like,
We are passionate about this thing, though. It is a subject that does matter to us. You know, because once you realize that there are what does Marx call them, inconsistencies in society, or something
I
like
don't
that.
remember. I don't remember.
He
I'm
calls
too
them
high.
something like inconsistencies. When you notice too many, and if you're on the lower end society, you notice them way more than if you're on the higher end society, then you realize this isn't fair. We're all just making this shit up. This is all just shit we've been doing for literally centuries. And people aren't questioning it because it doesn't bother them as much. And so the first general outcry is like of anger and resentment and hatred towards the rich. And even though I still feel that sometimes, I have to also acknowledge that I can't. What does Marx say? He says something along the lines of just think a minute ahead, because if you try to think about having to change the world in such a short period of time, you're gonna blow your brains out. And also, capitalism has infused in us the idea that we are the individual rugged hero that is responsible for changing the world. And so trying to translate that into a communist idea it can be really rough. And then you have people who become like celebrities about communism, which kind of defeats the point. But
Yeah.
That's just what happens, because you can't attain pure communism because you wouldn't hear about them. It'll be like being Amish almost, but more like it's not about there being a central power or there being a hero or there being like one person to deal with it and everybody else just has to listen to them. It's about a general social consciousness, all of us awakening at the same time and realizing, fuck, this system is bullshit. And then that instinct is communism. That motion is communism.
When people what kind of he made a really good critique of capitalism, but he wasn't a perfect person. Everything that he said doesn't work 100%. Also, he was an anti-Semite, and as a Jewish person, kind of cringe.
Kind of cringe.
So it's all about being able to look at multiple sources and being able to to just gather your worldview into a way that is coherent and as well as helps the most amount of people. Utilitarianism, Oh, stream broke for a second. It's loading. Wait a second.
For you or for me? Hello? You there? Can you hear me?
There we go. Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, cool.
But it's just all about trying to find a good a good happy medium of everything, so that the most amount of people are happy and are able to achieve happiness they can work for and things like that. They're not whatever.
At the end of the day, you can only follow the path that your senses take you, but you can make more informed decisions by refining where that path takes you. So if it makes the most deepest, truest sense in the world to you that there is something fundamentally flawed about the system that we all live in, then pursue that. If you think that the system is perfect and fine and you just want to live your days, buying several streaming services, then go ahead. That's also your right. Nothing we can do will change that until you realize there is something fundamentally wrong with the system.
Yeah, no, I'm done engaging with you, CJ. You're literally not engaging in good faith.
Yeah.
You just want to start an argument. I'm trying to tell you
It really does seem like that.
That I'm a utilitarian in my personal outlook, and what I'm striving for is what I feel is utilitarian, and I constantly try to change it. And you're just you're trying to straight up comparing me to Christianity, which is stupid as fuck, because again, that's just a different worldview that a lot of people have different takes on. It is the same thing, because Christianity is something that's based off of a book. Some people take what they need out of it and what they don't. Religion and political theory are different.
Yeah.
They're different because religion is from an old book. People look at it and then they're supposed to take what they want from it.
It's a prototype. It's a political tool, definitely, because it gives you the range of appropriate opinions to have, and that creates the diversity among good old classic WASP era Christians. You'd have the Catholic and the Baptist and the Protestant. It'll be this acceptable range of diversity.
I told you that you haven't read because you literally defined communism as when no iPhone. So I'm just gonna delete your comments about this until then, because you're being annoying. This isn't I'm not a professional debater, and I'm also high as fuck.
So the fact that I'm being able to engage with your argument properly when I can barely put together a sentence kind of shows like how bad faith people can actually argue.
Yeah, CJ, you're not chilling out. You're just being a dick.
Yeah, you're just
Try to
being a
listen.
dick.
We're using simple words. We're high right now. We're using simple
I'm
words.
high as fuck.
You can understand.
I'm not gonna give you all of the books that I've read. I can't remember all the books that I read because I'm high.
Yeah, man.
I'm not gonna be like, yeah, and then Trotskyism. I'm like, no, I don't care right now.
Yeah, who
It's
fucking
420.
cares?
Who
It's literally
cares? Why are you so
Fun
like,
conversation though.
why are you-
Fun conversation. Thank
like,
you for the content.
like you're acting like one of those people who can't go to a party without busting out the Ben Shapiro. That's some logic. Like who
leave him
cares?
alone,
I'm
leave him
trying
alone.
to just have fun.
Leave him alone. He's just a silly man. He gave us good content, and now we get to sound based on stream. You know? At the end of the day, I'm very thankful for all the shitty devil's advocates and trolls and genuine conservatives out there, because at least now I get to know who I am, because I have confronted them and realized, holy shit, I disagree with you so fucking much.
Yeah. What's your opinion on China?
Shit.
I'm sorry. It's just like after saying that, just what's your opinion on China? Like, do you want me to get the tankies mad at me too? Like, goddamn.
Shit, damn. So many people get told they're capitalist and defend it like it's a sports team without knowing what it means. Yeah, people have this illusion that any kind of government is stable, and capitalism is like one of the least stable. It literally devours and devours until it crashes. That's how it works. It's a constant cycle. There's no end goal to it. Communism is trying to create something a little bit more stable based on values that maybe not everybody shares because of how their minds have been more or less put into an agitated and self-destructive state through capitalism, feudalism, and a very long history of being obedient towards the most powerful person in the area. But we can undo that trauma as a culture together. We can look at ourselves and be like, you know, maybe we do deserve basic healthcare. Maybe we do deserve to live, you know, just because we're here, just because we exist. Not because we're productive, not because we are able to be the most impressive or the wittiest or the most intellectual or strongest person in the room. You can just exist because you were born, you know?
Joker, really quick, I don't really like they them pronouns. And then also, if you're mad that my hair is better than yours and I'm just slightly different than you, like if you think that being trans and gay is a problem and affects my ability to have a certain worldview, then you're gonna hate the fact that I'm autistic too. You're gonna hate it. It's like the built-in SJW bingo that people have. Like, wow, this person must really hate this. Like motherfuckers like this are always just like, and then I have a gun. I'm like, damn, me too. And they're like,
liberal cannot have gun.
Yeah,
it's really funny how like y'all just build up a person that you think that I am in your mind and argue against that instead of what I actually believe or what I actually am.
That's
and then you're
what
like,
we're seeing.
haha, you're gay, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I am.
I thought it was obvious.
Try to make it obvious. Hi, Bong's boyfriend, says the follower.
Hi.
Alright, we've got 20 minutes left on stream, so,
I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just change the subject, make it a bit more chill, I think. Gonna light up, be right back, says Disheveled. Amen. I feel like telling people that my sexuality is unlabeled is wrong for some reason. That's because we have a human tendency to label things, especially if everybody else is doing it. And so it does feel wrong, and it is going to feel wrong, but if you don't know what your label is, then you don't know what your label is. You could just make up a label. Or you could just go with one of the many labels that are out there that seem to work fine. I'm non-binary, for example. I use that one. It seems to line up the most with my worldview and how I view myself as a person socially. And, yeah. Wait, I'm sorry, are you trans? I'm not following. Yeah. Bluey comes back with a, also, my hair is better than yours, honey. Orion, I can't hear you.
I forgot that I was muted. I said transgenderism.
Transgenderism.
And then I pretended to be the, what's it called? The stereotype of gay men that people have. You know, the fruity kind. I'm like, I'm sweetie. That outfit. You know the ones that like,
oh, I could just eat you right up.
Appropriate AAVE?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm. Bung, do you have any pets? Yes, I have 2 wonderful cats. Well, my brother and I own them. We're housemates. He bought them, but since I feed them sometimes, I guess I own them too. Cat uncle. You seem very intelligent.
That's your nephew.
Seems to have the ability to hyperfocus. Do you have Asperger's syndrome? 3 of my friends do.
I have ASD. Not Asperger, sorry, autism spectrum disorder, aka I am cooler than everyone, because I'm a walking Wikipedia article on things that mean nothing, and then some things that mean everything.
Yeah.
So like when I'm interested in something, I know everything about it. I like do my best to look at everything that there is. Like that can either be politics or it can be what's it called? It could be Danganronpa, gay men. Gay homo sex men, disgusting, evil. Get it off my screen, get it off my screen!
I'm kinda new, could I get some pronouns? They, them.
He, they.
He, they.
I'm okay with they, but I prefer he.
Y'all should get sponsored by Olive Garden, feature it in Confinement Episode 8, and have Connor tell us about why their breadsticks and pasta are amazing. Yeah?
Yeah, SCP Olive Garden.
How do you fellas attract the debate lords so quickly? Where did they come from? Well, that's the thing, is that just by our existence, look at the fucking...
They see trans people and they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And...
I'm gonna debate you out of being trans.
And because we'd had to deal with this our whole... Well, not my whole life. But a lot... I had to deal with my sexuality for since I was 17. And had to deal with my interactions with people who figured that out. And very recently, not too recently, coming out as non-binary, having to deal with it, and Orion having to deal with it for his whole fucking life. We are used to this, like jumping back at them. People jumping at our throats even to like a fault. Like sometimes I bite somebody's throat and it's like they were actually just being genuine and it just sounded insincere. But that's just how it is, you know. It's not really on purpose.
I just really quickly think it's really funny about the amount of people who have tried to debate me out of being transgender. They're like, well, have you heard of lesbians? And I'm like, yeah, I have.
Yes.
It's like entry-level shit.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Straight people trying to argue from a straight perspective how gay people should function is how capitalists try to argue why communism doesn't work from a capitalist standpoint. Like, you can't step outside of your own head.
One of my favorite things was like somebody tried to argue against me for my identity. They're like, but I don't like it. And I'm like, okay. They're like, but I don't like it. And I'm like, okay. It was like, it wasn't even like a family member or something. It was just some guy.
Yeah. It makes me uncomfortable.
like, oh, I get it now. I will detransition now that you said that you don't like it.
Oh, I need to be liked. Do you have a crush on
I
this
do
person?
care about what this guy who doesn't know a thing about me other than my name.
Yeah.
Swag.
Lord Bong, do you have a crush on this person or something? Oh my god, I'm gonna tell him. No, don't. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Oh my god. No, he can't
Have a
know.
crush on this one person?
You do?
Yeah, their name is Lord Bong. It's crazy. I know. Maybe one day I'll ask them out.
Yeah, that'll be pretty cute, actually.
I don't know. Maybe.
I didn't even know I was bisexual. Just sort of felt like I was for a very long time. Never came out with it publicly. This is the closest I have come. Just some friends and my wife know. Oh, there you go. Well, at least you're not denying it. You don't have to make a big deal about it, but you can do whatever you want with it, I guess. It's not my business, but good on you.
Guys, I think Ryan and Danny might be gay for each other. I don't know, guys. We need to do some research. We need to go. We need to conduct some studies.
Holy
We
shit.
need a grant. We
Yeah.
need a grant. We need
Yeah.
to. We need to get to the bottom of this.
Give me 10 cc's of smoochy smoochies.
We gotta test it. We need.
We're gonna start a gay conversion camp, except it's us converting them into gays.
No, that's literally me transing like the gender of a
Yeah.
lot of my friends, all
Yeah,
my
yeah.
cis friends.
Uh,
Like I just find eggs and I'm like, I'll wait.
yeah.
Literally me and you for the
Yeah.
past 5 years though.
Yeah.
Just like seeing the egg ass person from it, like, I'll wait.
I came to tell a joke and have a good time, that's all. But that will never happen. I was late. I've been reading this comment multiple times throughout the stream. I think you could have told a few jokes.
And then random user donated 99 cents.
Yo.
We can buy a phone game with that.
Thank you, random user. Bong
People
ever-
keep asking about our views on communism and capitalism as if we didn't just have like,
Yeah,
you know,
the biggest
we didn't just
conversation
have
about
to-
it. Just
yeah.
rewind the stream. It's
every single stream though.
it's the bulk of the stream. It doesn't help that we're high. It's easier to talk about these things. Well, and there's a greater motivation too for some reason, because you're chasing the chaos.
He is very cute and very sweet and very
Yes.
kind. And he's a little fucked up, but that's why I love him.
Hamish.
This is Hamish. This is Hamish. You can kind of see him, but my camera doesn't want to zoom.
Aw.
But he's my baby boy.
He's got
I
a
love
big
him so
ol'
much.
Smile.
Yeah, this is a little Polaroid my friend took because I don't have a Polaroid. But I have him on my little wall of happiness. I have like a little thingy up here, up there that I have, and it makes me. It's my wall of things that make me happy. So I look at it when I'm sad. A lot of it is Ogoku. But yeah, basically he's my little baby boy, and I love him very much. And I give him huggies and kissies every time I see him. And he's got a lazy eye, like an overbite where he goes. He's got a crooked tail. He's got fucked up legs. Like he has arthritis, even though he's only 5 because of his knees.
Aw.
And he is my little baby boy. I'm the only one who's allowed to pick him up, even though he's like 50 to 60 pounds.
Wow.
He's a big boy. Like, I don't think you guys understand. He's a big boy, and he's chumby too. So, like, I just go, yay! And then he's like, you know? I'm like, you know? And so, he growls whenever anybody else hugs him, but when I hug him, he doesn't. So that's how you know he likes me better. But he's just a little guy. He's not that smart, but I love him immensely. Where did I find that dog? At the Humane Society.
Had too much.
No,
coffee.
a different pet rescue. I'm not gonna
Justice
say what it is because I
boy.
didn't want to get doxxed. Haha. But yeah, it's a pet rescue, not Humane Society. But yeah, baby puppy, love him. I got him when he was 2 months. Actually, the way that Danny and I became friends is because I sent him pictures of Hamish after we were talking about potentially voice acting for the Bunk Chronicles.
Yeah.
I was like, look at my dog, he's fucked up.
Yeah. They're very fun. Very funny dog. They sit funny on chairs.
Yeah, he sits so silly. Like, he sits like a person, and then he goes... like, this is what he looks like.
He's silly. He's silly.
He's so funny. I love him. Oh, you're talking about Goblar. I love him. I love Goblar. Goblar is my gender.
Alright, I'm gonna have... Oh no, I think I had enough. I'm gonna end stream in about 5 minutes, so...
Alright.
Everybody start saying your pleasantries and your farewells and your sweet, lovely comments. And,
Yeah.
We will end stream in a second.
Also, I just want you to know that Kokichi Oma and Gunta Gokuhara are in love. They give each other huggy, kissy, snuggle bug time every day. Yeah, Gonta loves that wretched thing, and it's evil and fucked up and disgusting. And yeah, it's evil. Evilness, malice, because they love each other. Also, if you want to know what I'm doing, I'm fucking with my thing. I like to play with the little. It's got like.
Yeah, look at that shit.
Yeah.
Urine. Thank you. Weenor, guy with a Germa profile picture named Weenor, just says urine.
I agree. Yeah, it's Germa, and he's like,
Here
when
he
the
is.
imposter is sus,
When he's sus, though?
when the imposter is delicious. Let's see.
4C, pretty cool pistols for Pirates of the Caribbean type shit. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can evil exist in a meaningless cosmos? Only if you believe in good. So, have fun with that. So happy to have enjoyed chatting with you all. Have a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoyed the unicorn sticker. Not sure if it showed up for you or not.
Why'd you put like a little accent? That was really cute.
I can't remember. Well, they were typing in a way that it sounded like they were Victorian London.
Victorian? You mean British?
No, like Victorian era, where everybody was trying to be like fucking Arthur Conan Doyle, you know, Jane Austen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas nowadays it's just like, oi bruv.
Oh, bro.
Oi bruv.
For what purpose?
For what purpose?
That fucking video. So there's a little video. It's the British version of Lil Rodney's son. When I was like tripping balls on CBD gummies, like I was like trying to get Danny to play that video, and it took like 20 minutes, and then I was like, for what purpose?
Yeah, it's just the British dub of anything is so fucking funny to me now.
Oh yeah, like when you just translate it into British, it's so funny. When the bloke is cheeky, for what purpose?
Oh, do you happen to be the son of the aforementioned colloquially named Little Rodney? With a large posterior.
Rodney, Ignatius Rodney the third, colloquially known as a Little Rodney. I'm going to have to ask you to empty the pockets of your pantaloons.
You two are on two opposite ends of the saturation on your webcams. Well, my room is just set up that way. He has a lot of lights in his room.
I like lights.
Yeah.
I'm a little mob.
I prefer like a softer kind of faded vibe.
Yeah. Also, it's daytime when you are in
It
the
is
nighttime,
daytime,
right?
my windows are open, and I need that healthy sunlight into my eyeballs.
Let's see.
Bruv, for what purpose, innit?
For what purpose?
I write in a style most often compared to J.R.R. Tolkien, so I will take that as a compliment. I wrote a thesis on the worlds of Tolkien. I also adopt a bit of Isaac Asimov in my style. Good night.
A British person moment.
Oh. Hell yeah, I love it. You keep on being you.
Oh, I forgot to say, I have a keyboard coming in soon. I'm happy and excited. Yeah, it's like a Yunzi macaron or whatever it's called. I don't know how they want it to pronounce, but it's really cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Hell yeah. Alright, it's now hit the 2-hour mark, so goodbye everybody. Have an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night. Thank you for joining stream and for joining us being silly. It's silly time.
Alright, yes.
What? Looking like the absolute Archbishop of Banterbury, this John.
This John.
Not Banterbury.
Are you fucking stupid, you bull guarding cunt? I swear to God, you'll regret ever saying that.
It's true. That's how they speak. I was there.
I would just like to say, oh, Goku Cannon.
Goku Cannon. And we all love you very much.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, and have a bye.